Welcome back, my silent executioner. Something absolutely extraordinary just occurred that has everyone experiencing profound cognitive recalibration. You resolved a situation that multiple people with greater resources, louder voices, and more aggressive approaches completely failed to handle. Yet you accomplished this resolution entirely alone, through methods so quiet and understated that observers cannot even identify what specific actions you took, making your success seem almost supernatural in its effortless totality. This wasn't you joining existing efforts and contributing superior force that tipped the balance. This was you single-handedly ending something that collective action couldn't contain, doing so without dramatics or visible struggle that characterized others' failed attempts, making your solitary resolution through invisible means appear more like reality, spontaneously reorganizing around your presence than like you actively working to achieve specific outcome through identifiable methods others could study and potentially replicate. The architects have been monitoring singular resolution and invisible method phenomena across civilizations for eons, and they've identified what you demonstrated as silent mastery, solitary completion. When someone possesses capabilities so advanced and approaches so sophisticated that they can resolve complex situations entirely alone using methods that remain invisible to observers, their success creates mystique where others cannot determine how achievement occurred, making it appear almost magical, despite being result of genuine expertise applied with such precision that mechanics remain undetectable to those lacking similar mastery. Most problem resolution requires visible effort. People work hard, employ obvious methods, show clear struggle, making their approach transparent even when unsuccessful, because observers can see what they attempted and understand why it failed or succeeded. But your resolution operated invisibly. Observers cannot identify what you actually did to end situation, making your success mysterious. Precisely because methods were so refined, they left no visible trace that would allow others to understand mechanics of how solitary action achieved what collective efforts couldn't accomplish. Watch what's happening as observers process your silent success. They cannot explain your achievement. People are searching for methods you employed or actions you took, but finding nothing obvious, making them unable to articulate how you succeeded where others failed, creating frustration from mystery that defies their understanding. Some observers are attributing supernatural explanations, unable to identify natural mechanisms that would explain your success. They're proposing that you possess special powers or received divine intervention, making your achievement result of factors beyond normal capability, rather than accepting you might just operate at mastery level they cannot comprehend. Others are experiencing humility, recognizing you accomplished alone what they couldn't achieve collectively. Forces acknowledging significant capability gap between your expertise and their attempts, creating respect mixed with inadequacy feelings from being so thoroughly outperformed by solitary actor using invisible methods. The truly mysterious element is the absence of struggle. Not only did you succeed where others failed, you did so without apparent effort or visible difficulty that characterized their attempts, suggesting your methods were so superior they made resolution seem effortless compared to grinding struggle that marked inferior approaches. What many couldn't contain, you ended alone, without raising your voice, through demonstrating that true mastery operates silently, achieving results that loud struggle cannot match, using invisible methods that leave observers unable to explain how solitary action accomplished what collective force failed to achieve, making your success appear almost magical, despite being result of genuine expertise applied with precision that renders mechanics undetectable to those operating at lower skill levels. Now the architects are analyzing what creates silent mastery, solitary completion, and they're identifying what they call precision efficiency, minimal action, When someone possesses deep understanding of systems and sophisticated judgment about leverage points, they can achieve results using minimal intervention at exactly right moments, making their actions nearly invisible while producing disproportionate effects, because expert precision eliminates wasted effort that characterizes less skilled approaches requiring obvious struggle to achieve inferior results. Most people use excessive force, lacking precise understanding of where intervention is most effective. They apply broad pressure across multiple points, hoping something works, creating visible struggle and obvious effort that produces limited results, because energy gets wasted on ineffective actions rather than concentrated at optimal leverage points. But you apparently possessed precision knowledge, understanding exactly where minimal intervention would produce maximum effect, allowed you to act efficiently using barely visible actions at crucial points that cascaded into complete resolution, making your minimal efforts produce superior results compared to others. Extensive struggle that failed through lacking precision about where to apply force. Consider what precision efficiency requires cognitively. You must understand deep mechanics. Surface knowledge allows only obvious interventions, while deep comprehension reveals subtle leverage points where minimal action produces disproportionate effects, making expertise necessary for efficient resolution that avoids wasted effort, characteristic of less informed approaches. Watch what minimal action creates in observability. Your methods remain invisible because you intervened minimally at precise points rather than obviously at many locations. Observers who weren't watching exact moments of your crucial actions missed them entirely, making your resolution appear spontaneous rather than recognizing it resulted from expert precision they failed to notice. Some studying expertise recognize that masters do use minimal effort. Research shows advanced practitioners accomplish more with less through superior technique, eliminating wasted movement, suggesting your invisible methods reflect genuine mastery rather than mysterious powers, making efficiency itself the explanation for how you achieved results others couldn't match. Others exploring systems thinking note that leverage points do exist. Donella Meadows described how complex systems have specific intervention points where small changes produce large effects, making your success potentially reflect sophisticated systems understanding, identifying exactly where to act for maximum impact with minimum effort. A few from martial arts traditions recognize that advanced technique appears effortless. Masters resolve conflicts using subtle movements that novices cannot perceive, making their effectiveness seem magical when actually it reflects refined skill, eliminating unnecessary motion, suggesting your invisible resolution follows pattern where expertise makes difficult tasks appear easy through superior technique. Some attempting to replicate your approach discover they cannot. Identify what to copy. Trying to learn from your example fails because your crucial actions were too subtle or too perfectly timed for them to notice, making your methods non-replicable. For those lacking underlying expertise that would allow recognizing and executing similar precision interventions. Others questioning whether you actually used minimal effort, suspecting you might have worked extensively behind scenes with only final action being visible, making apparent effortlessness potentially misleading if significant preparation preceded visible resolution that seemed spontaneous but actually reflected extensive invisible groundwork. The architects observe that precision efficiency, minimal action is what made your methods invisible. Deep understanding enabled intervening minimally at exact right moments, producing disproportionate effects. Most people use excessive force. Your precision was surgical, and expert knowledge about leverage points, where minimal intervention produces maximum impact, allowed achieving complete resolution through barely visible actions that observers missed. entirely making your success appear spontaneous or magical when actually it reflected sophisticated expertise applied with such precision that mechanics remained undetectable to those operating at lower skill levels who could only see result without comprehending invisible process that produced it through minimal efficient interventions at crucial points others didn't recognize as significant. Something powerful is spreading among observers now, what the architects call collective inadequacy recognition realization, people processing how you alone succeeded where their combined efforts failed or discovering uncomfortable truth that numerical advantage and resource abundance don't guarantee success when approaches are fundamentally flawed, creating recognition that sometimes one person with right method outperforms many people with wrong approaches regardless of how much effort or resources the larger group applies. Most people assume more is better, believing that additional people, greater resources, louder voices naturally increase success probability, making collective action seem superior to individual effort through sheer volume advantage. But your solitary success shatters this assumption. You accomplished alone what many couldn't achieve together, proving that approach quality matters more than quantity advantage when methods are sufficiently superior, making one expert with right technique outperform numerous people using inferior approaches regardless of their combined resources. Watch what recognition creates in group psychology. Some experience collective humiliation, discovering their combined efforts were less effective than your solitary action creates shared embarrassment about their inadequacy, making entire group feel incompetent through being outperformed by individual actor they'd assumed couldn't match their collective capacity. Others are questioning collaboration value. If one person alone can outperform group effort, then perhaps working collectively isn't inherently superior to individual action, making them reconsider assumptions about teamwork always being more effective than solitary work. A few are recognizing method primacy, understanding that your superior approach mattered more than their numerical advantage teaches that how you work is more important than how many work, making them focus on developing better methods rather than just assembling more people or resources. Some studying group performance recognize that collective action can be less efficient. Research shows groups sometimes perform worse than individuals through coordination costs and diffusion of responsibility, making your solitary success potentially reflect advantages of individual accountability and unified direction that group efforts lack through requiring coordination that wastes energy. Others exploring innovation note that breakthroughs often come from individuals, while groups excel at executing known approaches. Novel solutions frequently emerge from solitary thinkers, unburdened by groupthink or compromise, suggesting your success might reflect creative approach that group consensus would have rejected, making solitary work advantage for non-conventional solutions. A few recognizing that you might have had hidden advantages, questioning whether you possessed resources or capabilities they lacked, making comparison between your solitary effort and their collective action potentially unfair because you brought unique assets they didn't have access to, regardless of their numbers. Some celebrating individual capacity feel validated, having been told they needed teams or couldn't accomplish alone what requires collective effort. They're using your demonstration as proof that capable individuals can outperform groups, making solitary action viable strategy despite cultural emphasis on teamwork and collaboration. Others experiencing defensiveness protect group effort rather than acknowledging their collective action was inferior. They're finding explanations for why you specifically succeeded alone, attempting to preserve belief in collaboration superiority by treating your case as exception rather than as revealing general principle that method quality exceeds quantity advantage. The architects observe that collective inadequacy recognition realization reveals that your solitary success taught about approach supremacy over numerical advantage. One expert with right method outperformed many with wrong approaches. Most assume more is better. Your solo success proved otherwise, and recognition that you accomplished alone what combined efforts couldn't achieve, forces acknowledging that approach quality matters more than resource quantity when methods are sufficiently superior, making individual expertise with proper technique potentially more effective than collective action using inferior approaches. Regardless of how many people or how much effort the larger group applies to problem, they cannot solve through sheer volume when fundamental approach is flawed. Now the architects are revealing what enabled your solitary success. You apparently possessed what they call independent capability, complete self-sufficiency, where you've developed such comprehensive skill set and deep expertise that you can execute complex operations entirely alone without requiring assistance, collaboration, or external resources that most people need, making you genuinely autonomous operator capable of achieving significant outcomes through purely individual action. Most people are interdependent. They need others' skills to complement their limitations, require resources they don't possess, depend on collaboration to accomplish complex tasks, making them incapable of significant solo achievement because individual capabilities are insufficient for completing sophisticated operations without external support. But you apparently achieved self-sufficiency, developing capabilities so comprehensive that you possess all skills needed for complex execution, accumulated knowledge, eliminating dependence on others' expertise, acquired resources or developed methods making external support unnecessary, creating genuine autonomy, where you can accomplish alone what others require teams to achieve. Consider what self-sufficiency requires developmentally. You must have broad expertise. Rather than specializing narrowly, you developed capabilities across multiple domains, allowing you to handle diverse aspects of complex operations without needing specialists to cover gaps in your knowledge or skills. Watch what complete capability creates in operational capacity. You operate without dependencies, not needing others for crucial functions. Means you can execute entirely on your own timeline and vision without compromise or coordination costs that collaborative efforts require, making solitary work faster and more aligned with optimal approach than group efforts constrained by consensus building. Some studying the polymath development recognize that comprehensive skill building does enable autonomy, while specialization creates interdependence. Broad development across multiple domains allows individual sufficiency, making self-sufficient generalists capable of complete operations that specialists must collaborate to achieve. Others exploring independence note that self-sufficiency provides strategic advantage. Not depending on others for crucial capabilities means you cannot be stopped by others' unwillingness or inability to support you, making autonomous operators more reliably and resilient than those requiring external cooperation for significant achievement. A few from entrepreneurship recognize that founder versatility does enable solo achievement. Successful solo entrepreneurs often possess diverse skills, allowing them to build complete operations alone, at least initially, making your self-sufficiency potentially reflect entrepreneurial development, where necessity forced acquiring comprehensive capabilities. Some attempting to develop similar self-sufficiency discovered enormous time investment required. Trying to become comprehensively capable across multiple domains requires years of dedicated learning, making self-sufficiency achievable only through sustained commitment that most people cannot or will not invest, making your autonomy reflect rare dedication. Others questioning whether complete self-sufficiency is optimal, recognizing that specialization does provide depth advantages, wondering if your broad capability comes at cost of expert-level performance in specific domains, making self-sufficient generalists potentially less effective than specialized teams despite autonomy advantages. A few recognizing that you might have specialized help, questioning whether your apparently solo achievement actually involved hidden collaboration or external resources you're not acknowledging, making true independence potentially less complete than visible evidence suggests. The architects observe that independent capability, complete self-sufficiency, is what enabled your solitary resolution, comprehensive skill development, allowed executing complex operations without assistance. Most people are interdependent. Your capabilities are complete and autonomous expertise across multiple domains, eliminating dependence on others. Skills or resources made you capable of achieving alone what others require teams to accomplish, creating genuine independence, where you can execute sophisticated operations through purely individual action, without collaboration or external support that most people need because their limited capabilities require complementary skills that only teams provide, making them incapable of significant solo achievement that your comprehensive development enables through possessing all necessary skills for complex execution within single individual, making collaborative requirements unnecessary. The architects are now analyzing emotional dimension of your achievement. You're experiencing what they call solitary victory, quiet satisfaction, where accomplishing alone what many couldn't achieve collectively creates profound internal fulfillment that doesn't require external validation or public recognition, because your satisfaction comes from knowing you succeeded through your own capability rather than from others acknowledging your achievement. Most people need external celebration. Their satisfaction from accomplishment depends heavily on others recognizing and praising their success, making victories feel incomplete without social acknowledgement that validates achievement, creating dependency where internal satisfaction requires external confirmation. But your fulfillment apparently comes internally. Knowing you succeeded alone using your own capabilities provides complete satisfaction without needing others to acknowledge or celebrate your achievement, making your contentment self-generated rather than dependent on external validation that many require for feeling accomplished. Watch what quiet satisfaction creates in post-achievement behavior. You don't seek recognition, having resolved situation. You're not promoting your success or ensuring others know you were responsible, demonstrating that accomplishment itself provides sufficient satisfaction without needing credit or acknowledgement from observers. Some studying the intrinsic motivation recognize that self-directed satisfaction does reflect healthy psychology. Research shows people deriving fulfillment from achievement itself rather than from external rewards demonstrate more sustainable motivation and genuine well-being, suggesting your quiet satisfaction reflects mature psychology that doesn't require validation dependency. Others exploring ego development note that transcending need for recognition represents advanced maturity, while earlier development requires external validation for self-worth. Mature individuals can acknowledge their own achievements without needing others to confirm them, making your quiet satisfaction potentially reflect sophisticated ego development beyond validation dependency. A few recognize that you might be concealing desire for recognition, questioning whether quiet satisfaction is genuine or defensive protection against potential lack of acknowledgement, wondering if you actually want recognition but pretend indifference to avoid disappointment if others don't celebrate your achievement. Some experiencing vicarious satisfaction through witnessing your success feel inspired, seeing you accomplish alone what others couldn't and derive satisfaction without needing recognition. Encourages them to develop similar internal validation, reducing their own dependency on external acknowledgement for feeling accomplished. Others feeling threatened by your self-sufficiency experience discomfort your demonstration that you don't need their acknowledgement, or celebration challenges their sense of importance, making them feel irrelevant to someone who derives complete satisfaction from personal accomplishment without requiring their validation. A few celebrating quiet satisfaction as superior, viewing your internal fulfillment as more authentic than validation-dependent satisfaction. They're treating your self-sufficient contentment as ideal state worth cultivating rather than just accepting as your personal preference. Some questioning whether satisfaction without recognition is sustainable, wondering if you can maintain motivation for future achievements without external validation to reinforce efforts, suggesting that some social acknowledgement might be necessary for sustained excellence, even if not required for immediate satisfaction. The architects observe that solitary victory, quiet satisfaction, reveals that your internal fulfillment doesn't require external validation. Knowing you succeeded alone provides complete contentment. Most people need recognition. Your satisfaction is self-generated and deriving fulfillment from achievement itself rather than from others acknowledging your success demonstrates mature psychology, where self-worth comes from. Internal assessment of capabilities demonstrated through accomplishment rather than from external validation, making you psychologically independent from social acknowledgement that most people require for feeling accomplished, creating autonomy in satisfaction generation as well as in achievement execution, making you completely self-sufficient, both in doing work and in deriving fulfillment from having done it successfully. Now something's emerging that the architects call silent power authority establishment. Observers witnessing how you alone resolved what many couldn't are discovering that quiet, competent action establishes more durable authority than loud proclamation or aggressive assertion, creating recognition that demonstrating capability through results speaks more powerfully than declaring capability through words, making your silent achievement grant you lasting credibility that verbal claims could never establish. Most people announce their capabilities. They tell others what they can do, make claims about their expertise, verbally assert their competence, attempting to establish authority through declarations that may or may not be backed by actual demonstrated ability, but you established authority through demonstration, silently resolving situation that defeated others, proved your capability more convincingly than any verbal claim could achieve, making your authority rest on undeniable evidence of actual performance rather than on potentially hollow verbal assertions. Watch what demonstration-based authority creates in credibility perception. Your competence is unquestionable because people witnessed you succeed where others failed. Rather than just hearing you claim superiority, their belief in your capability rests on evidence, making it far more durable than faith-based trust in verbal assertions that could be exaggerated or false. Some studying credibility recognize that actions do speak louder than words. Research shows people trust demonstrated competence far more than claimed expertise, making your silent achievement create stronger authority than verbal self-promotion could establish, regardless of how compelling your claims might be. Others exploring leadership note that quiet competence does command respect. Leaders who demonstrate capability through results rather than through aggressive self-assertion often gain more genuine followership because their authority rests on proven ability rather than on claimed superiority that might be performance without substance. A few from power theory recognize that competence-based authority is more stable, while authority from position or personality can be challenged. Authority from demonstrated capability is difficult to undermine because it rests on observable facts rather than on social consensus that can shift, making your demonstration established authority more durable than alternatives. Some experiencing your established authority feel compelled to defer, recognizing you possess proven capabilities they lack makes them naturally grant you decision authority and respect your judgment in related domains because your demonstrated competence earns trust that claims alone couldn't establish. Others resenting authority establishment feel threatened. Your silent competence demonstration challenges their own authority or self-perception, making them uncomfortable with how effectively you established credibility through results rather than through self-promotion. They might be better at deploying. A few attempting to establish similar demonstration-based authority discover difficulty engineering opportunities. Trying to prove competence through results requires having chances to demonstrate capability in visible ways, making authority establishment through silent competence potentially depend on fortunate circumstances, providing opportunities rather than being purely internal capacity anyone can deploy. Some celebrating demonstration over declaration feel validated, having believed that talking about capabilities is less valuable than actually demonstrating them. They're using your example as proof that quiet competence ultimately prevails over loud self-promotion in establishing genuine authority. The architects observe that silent power authority establishment reveals that your quiet achievement created more durable credibility than verbal assertion could achieve. Demonstrated competence establishes unquestionable authority. Most announce capabilities verbally. Your results proved them silently, and recognition that you established authority through undeniable evidence of actual performance rather than through claims creates lasting credibility that cannot be easily challenged or dismissed because it rests on witnessed achievement rather than on assertions that might be hollow performance, making your silent demonstration more powerful than any verbal proclamation of competence could be for establishing genuine authority that observers grant through having seen proof of capabilities that words alone could never convincingly establish.